and welcome back to another week in my life at SCAD.
Good morning. It is officially my last week in Savannah. This is wild, at least for a while. We'll be back in the fall. Just soaking up all the lasts of freshman year.
To start off my Sunday, I got ready and walked to Compassion Christian Church, which is just a couple blocks away from the Hive. Shown here is Boundary Village, one of SCAD's on-campus apartment living style options. After service, we talked with some friends for a little bit, then made our way back to the Hive where I grabbed my study materials, walked down to the Hive Cafe for some lunch, and then brainstormed with Gabby that we thought it might be a good idea to get some work done at a coffee shop. So we thought we'd go to Dr. B's, which is a SCAD little coffee shop area by Deloitte Foundry, but then discovered that...
Just kidding, it's closed on Sundays, I guess.
So we decided to go to Origin Coffee Bar, but it was way too busy in there, so we finally landed on B Fuel for a little while. After that, I went back up to the dorm and started taking apart some shelves and packing things up in my car to get ready for the drive home at the end of the week. Packing was a long process, so I wanted to get a head start. It was eventually time for dinner, so my friends and I walked down to the Hive Cafe for the Breakfast Jam event, which they host every quarter the Sunday before finals. They have some raffles, some breakfast food, some dancing music, just a really good time.
Jam! Jam!
Can we have your name, please?
Chris.
8.
Yes!
7, 6. No! We have a winner!
Yeah, girl,
When I got back up to my room, I took a shower, took some decor off my walls to pack for the trip home at the end of the week, and edited some photos before going to bed. On Monday morning, I woke up for my 8 a.m. Film 115 pre-production to set class, and Lainey and Heather also had a class acting for the camera at Hamilton, so we went together there. My professor requests that we keep our phones out of sight, off the tables, for the remainder of the class just to stay present and attentive, so I only have footage of me before, during break, and after class. Blueberry almond crisp, the flavor is so good.
You guys, I just finished technically my last because on Wednesday we are headed to a screening at Lucas Theater for our last class. So it'll be different, like we won't be in the same class setting, so I kind of have my last class today. And I'm gonna miss it so much. I had the greatest professor and our group of people were so wonderful. I feel inspired leaving that class and ready to make films and do art and think differently. I'm really gonna miss it.
Between classes, I went to B Fuel to get a smoothie, then made my way to my 11 a.m. class, Film 232, Lighting and Camera. If you had watched my last vlog, you would have seen my friends and I and our group filming these short films that we are now critiquing and screening in the little movie room that they have at the film studios. So if you want to see the process of creating this, go ahead and check that video out. Following the screenings, I went to the Hive Cafe for lunch and sat outside on this day because usually it's pretty nice in Savannah. When I got back up to the dorm, I filmed a part of my weekly video for my design time class and edited it for a good while after that. Some time had passed and it was time for dinner, so I went back down to the Hive Cafe, but I also took my computer with me so that I could work and finish that edit down there. Upon completion of that export, I walked back up to the Hive to see if Heather wanted to go for a little drive with me, so we just drove around Savannah and then randomly decided to walk into Pepe Hall, which is the Fibers building. We had never been inside there before, and my roommate Molly is a Fibers major, so I wanted to see where she spends her time, and it was just beautiful, and we were so impressed by all the equipment and rooms
rooms available to students there.
We drove back to the dorm and I joined Molly in the study room on our floor to work on final projects, said hey to Charlie in the hallway, and then left to go to bed around 1:30 while Molly finished her projects for a little longer. On Tuesday morning, I woke up and walked to my 8 a.m. design time. This class was held at Herstand Hall, so it's really close to the Hive. This week we were doing critique and presentation of our interactive projects. I was constantly inspired each day that I walked into this class. Truly, my thoughts were always spinning. I was always journaling and learning about what I wanted to say as an artist and learning to use symbolism, repetition, wearable art, sound, interactivity, and all of these various elements that were utilized during this class that I had not before that helped me elevate my work.
Guys, that was just the best class. I experienced like such a range of emotions within the different projects. I feel like I'm going to a museum every day in that class. Like, it's amazing. And then we ended on a girls project that had a 2012 dance party. So we all got these glasses and she played like such throwbacks, and it was just like the perfect ending to the class because there were also some really deep and emotional projects. So anyways, I'm feeling so inspired. I just love this class. Design time. Take it with Chuck Carbia. He's the best.
I walked back to the Hive Cafe to get lunch with Gabby, and then before the pool we decided to grab bee fuel on our way, and we got strawberry lemonade with freeze-dried dragon fruit and strawberry chunks blended. Shout out to William Jackman, my friend. We saw it on his story and decided to try it out. After the pool, I went to the recycling bin to grab some cardboard to wrap up the metal shelf I had to tear apart. Then we went to Home Depot and Target to get zip ties that I needed to wrap up that metal shelf also. So when we got back, I worked on that for a little bit and went to bed. On Wednesday morning, I woke up at around 8 to go to the Trustees Theater at 9 a.m. to view senior thesis films with my class. Following the films, I went back to the Hive to grab some bee fuel and some snacks for my class as we were viewing our final films for the second day. Then I visited Gabby as she was second AC on set at the XR stage, went back to the Hive, did some packing, grabbed some dinner, submitted homework, and then went shopping in the hallway by the trash can where people are starting to pack and go through their things, so they leave stuff out in the hallway for people to grab, which I did for drawing. On Thursday morning, it was our last time getting ready together as roommates in the dorm, and I was a little bit in my feels, not going to lie. I was talking to them like, guys, I'm so sad. I'm starting to realize that it's our last of everything today, and I was soaking in the last walk to Herstand Hall from the Hive. When I got to class, we viewed and critiqued our projects and also took a group picture together. One of the girls in my class's interactive project was having us fill out a survey on our favorite word, and based on that word, she made individualized mixtapes for every person in the class and burned them to CDs that we got to take home.
I just had my last design time class, and that class was by far my most favorite this year. It was incredible. Just people, the professor.
I truly could not stop talking about that class to everyone. I then went to the theater to view more senior thesis films, went back to the Hive to have some lunch. They had little sundaes sitting out for everyone on the last day. Gabby and I grabbed pink drinks and sat outside watching everyone move all their things out of the dorm, and then we helped Heather pack her suitcase up, which was definitely an accomplishment because we really stuffed some things in there. Then we said goodbye to some friends, Rachel and Greenlee, and Riley, Molly, and I went out for dinner until going back to the dorm to say goodbye to Gabby for the summer, which was so sad.
It's okay.
After saying goodbye to Gabby, I watched a little bit of the Nerf War that they have every Thursday night in the courtyard of the Hive at 8 p.m. and then walked over to the C-store to spend the last of my dining dollars on some snacks for the car drive. When I got back to the dorm, Molly was reading aloud her journal entries that she had written down throughout the year, and it was so sweet to hear her reflections. We then did some last cleaning and went to bed. On Friday morning, I woke up to a blank ceiling, blank walls, and closets all cleaned out. Said goodbye to the sweetest Reese then took some last minute measurements for my dorm tour video. Then Molly and I got ready together for the last time. I cleaned out my closet, checked everything, and said goodbye to the room and the most lovely Heather. Molly helped me load the last of my things in my car, had an emotional goodbye, and expressed to check out.
I just signed out. Here we go. Car ride home. I love you, SCAD. Thank you for a wonderful freshman year. Lord has blessed me in the biggest way here. I'm just so grateful.
I started the drive to Nashville, where I'd stay the night until the next morning, finishing my drive to Indiana.
Just an update. I'm about 4 hours in. I'm meeting my amigos that I got last night to pack for the car ride. It's pretty good. 3 hours left. 3. Hey vlog, day 2 of driving. I did not vlog at all last night when I got to Nashville and with my family friend, and then this morning for breakfast with another person. So I just wanted to be present with them. They're people I don't see almost ever, so it was important that, put the camera down. But about an hour 50 left of the drive. I just passed the bridge in Louisville. I'm getting close. I'm excited, and then tonight I get to go see my family. Well, I'll get to see my family when I get there, but they're really close family friends that are basically like cousins to me that I'll get to see tonight. I'm waiting at the light of the main road that my neighborhood's on, so I am so close. I'm so excited.
I made it home safely to my family. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you at the start of the next school year.